here from So Sarah Style. I hope you're well. Today I just thought I would hop on and share with you a few of the patterns that I've enjoyed using over the past few months, over the past year or so. Still January, so I'm kind of hoping it's not too late for a recap. I was looking through Instagram actually the other day, and I just thought, well, there's some patterns that come up time and time again, some kind of wardrobe workhorses, I suppose, if you like, that I've used, and I thought that I would share them with you because they're just useful patterns, I think, to have in your stash. They use for a variety of things. I'll get on and show you actually, instead of just waffling on about it. And I'll also be sharing some of the patterns and makes that I just enjoyed making actually. First of all, talking of which is this one. I didn't end up putting this on Instagram. This is the wilder gown that I made in this gorgeous wild swimmer viscose from Fabric Godmother, which unfortunately is no longer available. It's kind of out of print now, which is a real shame because I just think it's so pretty. I made this for the Knitting and Stitching show in October and absolutely loved wearing it. It's just the wilder gown, I think, is one of those patterns that really that suits most people. You can make it obviously long sleeve, short sleeved. You can make it into the top. You all know about the wilder gown, so I won't go on too much about it. But this is it's just gorgeous in a viscose. I made it sort of ankle length, and I'm not really keen on gathering, to be honest, so that was my least favourite part of that. But I just wanted to remind you of my little gathering trick that I shared in my video when I made the Tilly and the Buttons sunny jacket, because there's the gathering for the ruffle that goes round the collar, and that is to use zigzag over some dental floss. So I think if you have a look at that video, there's a demonstration in there, but the idea is that you get your dental floss on the fabric and you just obviously zigzag over it. Make sure you don't actually pierce the dental floss, but then once that's all zigzagged over, it's so easy to slide the fabric up and down the dental floss. It smells lovely as well, and just get the gathers even. And to me, it's far easier than sometimes I think if you've sewn your lines, it's sometimes a little sort of hard, jaggedy to do, and often with me, if I'm a little bit overzealous, then the thread breaks. I've made every mistake going, but to me, the easiest way to do it is use the dental floss. So anyway, that's a little tip for that one. So yeah, I was talking about wardrobe workhorses, and I've got a work in progress to show you at the moment, which I was talking about, I think, in my last vlog, I think it was. This is I want to make a tie side top. I was talking about the Fibre Mood Hoda pattern, but I wanted a higher neck on it because I do like my polo necks, my high necks, and so I've just adapted the LB pullover pattern, which already, even though I only had it in December, I think I've made about 4 times, so that's definitely a workhorse. I'm going to I've done it once and I've taken it off. I put the trim on the outside, and then decided that it looked a little bit too fancy, so I've unpicked it. I'm going to put the trim on the inside to finish off the edge, and then, because I've got some slimmer velvet as well, use that as the ties on the side. So if I can get that finished today, then I'll pop the finished article in at the end. So, but I just wanted to get this recorded this morning, just while I'm thinking about it, while it's all on my mind anyway. So I have here a few of my favourite patterns, as they say, not a few of my favourite things, a few of my favourite patterns, which I will be talking to you about. I will start actually with the LB pullover, because to me that's a pattern that's well worth having. As I say, I've made quite a few different ones. I've made the long sleeved LB pullover as it is, and I've also made a couple of short sleeved. This is a pattern that can be made in both a knit and a woven, which I absolutely love. In fact, that's probably the main thing that most of my favourite patterns have got in common. So I haven't actually made it in a woven yet, but I'm looking forward to doing that. So that's a very, very good one. To make the loungewear sets, as I've said many times before, I have used the Derwent trousers by Wendy Ward, which is this flat fronted wide leg trouser pattern. I've got the other ones here. And I've explained this before. Obviously, it's just elastic sewn around the top and folded down. so there's no gathers. It's really, really flattering, lovely wide leg, and I wear these all the time. So I am going to be making another set out of this, because these are the ones that, you know, if you just, once you get home, you just reach for them, throw them on, and they are good to go. So I really would recommend that as a set. Another favourite actually that is very useful is the Tammy Handmade Naya t-shirt. So this, I've made quite a few t-shirts out of this. It's so simple, front, back, and these sleeve bands, which I really like the idea of finishing off with a sleeve band, because hemming is not my favourite activity at all, but just somehow it's just easier to add a sleeve band to me. I think it's probably because I just don't like, as I've said, I don't like wavy hems, because to me that can make or break an outfit. So get away with it when you've got the sleeve bands. This one, as you've seen recently, is literally the Naya just lengthened into a dress, and I wore that constantly over the Christmas period. So that's another useful pattern that I've really enjoyed making and wearing. Another favourite is the peppermint. It's a peppermint robe jacket, it's called, from Peppermint magazine. It used to be free, and now I think it's on a sort of a pay what you can basis. It's a brilliant pattern. I love the look of this jacket. I love it's got a high-low hem, so it slightly dips at the back. Really love this pleat detail here. I've made it in, this is actually an upholstery fabric, curtain fabric. I've had so much wear out of this, and so many compliments, because it's just a little bit different. I think if you make something out of curtains, you either look like you're wearing curtains or you just look a bit different. So I really have enjoyed wearing that one. That then led me to make, in fact I've probably made 4, but I've got 3 of them here. This one in a double gauze, which is just the softest ever jacket. Because double gauze can fray quite easily, I French seamed the whole of the insides, I top stitched across here. I wanted this to turn into one of those items of clothing that you literally just wash and wear, and it gets softer and lovelier over time. And actually that's exactly what's happened with this one. I've put some sleeve, looks like I think I must have folded that back and top stitched there, so it's slightly shorter because it's more of a summery one. It's I think it's a little bit shorter, so it looks a little bit crumpled, but that's kind of the look of it. I just love that, just easy, no trouble at all. Lovely pleat at the back. And then the other one that I made in the summer, which I didn't share at all, but I'll put a picture in. I made this, which is almost like a duster version, and I made it with some matching shorts. Wore it on holiday and absolutely loved it. It's a lightweight viscose, and what I've done here is I've used sleeve, whether you can see there, sleeve bands on this just to finish it off as well. That's got the pleat in the back, and I think I might make a long duster actually in viscose this summer out of that, using that pattern. So again, it looks good in all sorts of different fabrics. That's the peppermint robe jacket. Okay, so you're probably going to go to sleep when you see the next one, because I probably mentioned it in most of my vlogs. It is the Fibre Mood Loose. But again, oh, you can't go wrong. This is the white one. I have worn it loads. Look, it's still looking relatively white, I am pleased to say. Even the cuffs are still white. So this is my going out in my pyjamas and dressing gown type thing. My LB pullover and my Derwent trousers, and this, it's proper pyjama territory, but slightly smarter, I like to think. So that one, the reason that that's a workhorse is because I've made 4 different versions at least. This one is a short sleeved quilted version, again with the lovely pockets, and this has been worn and worn. I didn't do the best job, to be honest. It looks a bit odd on the hanger because I just put ribbing around the cuffs, and because it's shaped like that, it didn't work properly. But I think once it's on, you can't really tell, it works fine. So I think I might make, if I make another short sleeve one, which I'm sure I will, I'll just have to work on how to finish that off, maybe straighten the shoulder a little bit more. But that, as I say, has just been worn to death. Love it. So then the other one, and everybody's got this and has made this to death as well, the fabulous South Bank, because it makes the easiest sweaters and the most flattering sweater dress. So I've made this numerous times, in obviously only in jersey, so it's not as it's not interchangeable, but that's fine. It's just a really easy, lovely knit dress. So that's another pattern. Most of these, to be honest, are completely beginner friendly. What I have found is over the past year I have made so many easy things, and I think that's just what I enjoy doing. I come up into my sewing room and I think, right, what I'm going to make today, and I pick what I'm familiar with. That's actually something that I'm going to look at for the coming year, is to think, right, okay, I need to push myself a little bit more. So I'm starting with the beryl bomber dress, as I said, which has been in my stash for 7 years, needs to be done. I've got the zip and everything, so I'm going to do a separate vlog on that. And also in a few weeks time I am going on a sewing social, and the fabulous Cara of So So Mad is going to be there. Now, I consider her to be the UK's Maison Fauve expert. I'm going to take my Maison Fauve Soliflor dress to make. If you bear with me 1 second, I will grab the fabric and I'll show you. Hang on. Back again. So as I was saying, yes, while I've got Cara to hand, I'm going to get her to help me make this, to advise me on how best to make this. It's the Maison Fauve Soliflor dress, and the fabric that I've got for that was from Rainbow Fabrics a while back. It's this gorgeous, it's pretty heavyweight leopard with it's sort of taupe and burnt orange, so I think that will be really nice made up in that. So that's something that will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'll look forward to making that. So that was that one. The other pattern, the other Workhorse pattern actually, is another one that I'm always waffling on about. It's the array top and dress. So this is it made in this silky fabric from Roy's that I bought from the Knitting and Stitching show. Yes, it was that when I went to the dressmaker's ball, actually. Really like this. There's a belt that goes with it, so as I say, I like to belt things in. I've made a few dresses in this, and it's another pattern that can be made in woven and knit fabrics. So again, it's just really practical. You can interchange the neckband as well. You can have it facing, or I've obviously put a neckband and knit cuffs on this one. So these get loads and loads of wear. It's just, if you like that shape, if you like a relatively high neckline and a simple shape, then this is the one for you. The other reason that I think this is useful is if you've got a particularly busy pattern like this, because it's such a simple, there's nothing to break up the pattern. So if you've got a busy print and you're not sure what pattern to make with it, then I think you can't go wrong with the array dress, really, that shows off a gorgeous pattern. Another favourite is the VN dress by Size Me, the VN dress by Size Me Sewing. Oh, that reminds me, have you seen my funky coat hangers? They're from B&M, aren't they fabulous? I absolutely love those. So this star one has to go with my sort of celestial print dress here. I absolutely love this one. I've spoken about it quite a few times on various vlogs. I love the pocket. I love the pocket construction in this. It's gorgeous. It works really, really nicely. I love the length, the shape, everything about this is just. I've just noticed something on the back, and I know Ruanne mentioned this actually before. That's really annoying, isn't it? So I've done. I might have to redo the bias binding for that. I'm not sure what's happened there. It's come apart in the wash. It has been worn loads though. Oh, that is annoying. So anyway, a little fix to be doing on that. But the VN dress is, I think it's really easy. It's easy to wear. It's kind of casual, but it's smart enough. Anyway, I haven't found that I've worn the VN dresses loads. All three are the ones that I've made, so that would be another recommendation. And then finally on my rack I have this one, which I had to get out because I just love it. This is the Puff and Pencil tie waist blouse, and the Puff and Pencil, I don't know whether you're familiar with them as a pattern company. I think they're a Swedish pattern company, and they have some really funky designs. So you can choose the main body of whatever it is you want, the top or dress, and then you can choose the sleeves separately. I've chosen the cone sleeves for this. It's got a facing and then a little tie back, so there's no horrible zips and buttons that I don't like, even though I've got to start making them. So the tie waist again gives you some waist definition, and I love, this is my favourite fabric as well that I bought from Roy's in Birmingham, and I bought 4 meters of it, so I've got some more, so I will definitely be using this to make something else, but I'm just waiting for the perfect pattern to come along. Again, I've worn this loads. It just feels a little bit different. It's just something that, you know, if you've got jeans on, you're not sure what to wear, something like this, it just elevates your jeans really. It's just a bit different, which is what I like. So those, I think, are pretty much the patterns. Well, those are the ones I literally went through my wardrobe and went, yeah, I want to talk about these. So they're obviously ones that have jumped out at me. There are more that I've made. There are also a couple of disasters. Let's not even revisit the dungarees debacle. Well, you can if you want, it's a different vlog, but that all went horribly wrong, and to be honest, I haven't had a huge amount of wear out of the dungarees. In fact, I think I've worn them once, so I don't think I'll be revisiting those, but I just wanted to pull out and show you patterns that I particularly enjoy making, and that I've just enjoyed wearing over the past few months. And also, as I say, going forward, I definitely want to push myself a little bit more in terms of choosing patterns that just push me. So obviously, zips and just a few more involved makes. I haven't made many jackets. I've got quite a few jacket patterns. Definitely want to make the heather blazer. That's an absolute must. So there are plenty of things that I want to be doing moving forward. And also on Wednesday, so talking about plans, on Wednesday I am booked in, hooray, to get my colours done. So hopefully by next Friday I will be able to share with you the results of that, and then be able to get stuck into my stash, sorting out kind of colours that work and colours that won't work. So I think that'll be fun, and that'll be actually a nice kind of starting point for sorting my stash. So I think that's probably it for now, but I hope you've enjoyed having a look at a few of the little bits and bobs that I've got, and I will catch up with you very soon. In the meantime, take care. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.